Hello everyone. Let me just check the audio. If am I audible to you guys or not? Uh, let's get here. Yeah. Can you please write down in the comments hi or am I audible or not, so that I can understand if my audio is clear. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So I'm audible. Makes sense. So yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Abhishek and welcome back to my channel. So thank you all for joining the live session today. I know this is Sunday evening for you people and you people are busy with your regular activities. But yeah, uh, I just want to come here and review your resumes. Yeah, be back. The new house is good, but I still have some work to be done there. So I'm still at my old house. Thank you so much for asking. Hi, Van. Hi, Shirisha. Happy to see you as well. Hi, Swati. Hi, Kushal. Hi, Ramesh. Hi, Vikas. Hi, Pandey. Hi, Rishikesh. Hi, Srikanth. Hi, Nagesh. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. Okay, let's just wait for a couple of minutes and let other people join. And then I'll share you the email address where you can post the resumes to me. And like I told you, I will take time to review most of the resumes. I cannot say that I'll review each and every resume that is coming at me. But yeah, definitely I'll try to, review most of the possible resumes. I'll just give 2 minutes for everyone else to join. I know most of the people want to join. So yeah, let's wait. Sure. Happy to see your session. Thank you so much, Manohar. Have small doubt, Abhi, Ramesh. Yeah, please post your doubt. Vishnu, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Uh, then Aviral, hi Aviral, Brijesh. How to send resume? Sure. Just give me a couple of minutes. I'll announce that. And yeah. Ah, okay. I think we can start. Uh, Many people will join later, so I'll try to repeat the email address for them one more time. But yeah, I'm letting you know, like, even in the chat section you can find that whydevops@gmail.com. Okay, so it's WHYD DevOps @gmail.com. Why DevOps @gmail.com. Send me your resumes, and what I'll do is I'll share the screen and we will start with reviewing the resumes. Yeah, I'm opening the account here as well. Perfect. Sure, haven't received any resume yet. I'm still waiting. Only DevOps resumes reviewing. Yeah, I mean, I can review the other resumes as well, but for the purpose of this session, let me just restrict to DevOps. But if you are having a Golang or Python resume, I can still, if we have time in this session, I can still take some time and explain you about that as well, or review your resume there as well. Sure, haven't received any resume yet. Let's just refresh it and see. No, no resume yet. I'm getting remote job. I'm getting remote job is rare in India. Is it that hard? No, I personally do a remote job, so it's not at all difficult. It's about how do you market your profile. Uh, for remote jobs, many people are asking me what is the portal for remote jobs. LinkedIn is the portal. You have to, be active on LinkedIn. You can directly reach the recruiters. If your profile is good, they would reach you. But yeah, there is no other portal, at least that I am aware of. Uh, yeah, if there is any other portal, yeah, you can let me know in the comment section as well. But personally, I'm not aware of anything else. Awesome. Yeah, we have some resumes. So, firstly, Nagesh is the first one to send us the resume. And yeah, one thing is, whenever you are sending the resumes, make sure that you remove your mobile number or any personal details that is available. I'll try my best to whenever I share your resume, I'll also try my best to get rid of those details. But yeah, whenever you are doing it, or whenever you are sending me those things, just try to eliminate your personal details, so that your privacy matters, right? Okay, so let me share my screen here. Yeah, what I'll do is I will open the resumes in doc format. Just give me 1 second. Perfect. So we will try to share the screen. Present, share screen. Yeah, just give me a minute. I think there is some problem in sharing the screen. We will fix it. How to send the resume? Again, I'm just repeating for the people who have just joined. It's whydevops@gmail.com. Okay, whydevops@gmail.com. Like, you can send me the resume there, and I will definitely review that your resume. Why am I not able to present my screen? Uh, is there any permissions issue here? I don't think so. Yeah, sure. Ramesh, I'll check your resume as well. I think there is some problem in sharing the screen. I'm just trying to fix it. Yeah, okay, I see that. Perfect. Yeah. Now, please let me know if you're able to see my screen. Just can somebody post that in the comment section if you're able to see the resume that I'm sharing, so that it will be clear to me. Jiban, I'm doing good. Can somebody post that in the comment section if you are able to see the resume or not? Yes, perfect. Okay, Ramesh says, Abhishek, I want to talk to you personally. I got selected in one company because of you. Thank you so much, Ramesh. Yeah, you can ping me on LinkedIn. We can talk. Perfect. So this is the resume. For some personal reasons, I'm hiding the contact details of Nagesh, but that's fine. So this is a resume of Google Cloud Associate Cloud Engineer. Okay, perfect. So let's just start with the number of years of experience. Here Nagesh has. So he has done his graduation in computer science in 2020. So I'm assuming he has 4 years or 3 years of experience. Okay, so let's try to review the resume. First of all, how is the resume looking? Okay, we'll start with that. So this is a single page resume. Looks pretty good to me, and also provided the details of education, Sorry everyone, the screen got struck. I think, yeah, I think we are back. Don't worry about that. So let me, sorry everyone, the screen got. Okay. So now let me again open the Nagesh resume. So now there will not be any problem. Sorry for the little disturbance that we had. Apologize everyone for that. Let me, yeah, thanks Mahadi Hassan. Yeah, now let us reshare the screen. Hello. Okay, so first of all, the resume looks good because this is a single page resume. We are fine with one or two pages resume. Do not go beyond that because if you go beyond that, the interviewers, it will be very tough for someone to look into each and every page of your resume if you try to put 5 or 6 pages of resume. Okay, it's not good. Okay, now, so qualifications wise, infrastructure as code, Terraform, GCP deployment manager. Okay, version controls tools mentioned, tech stack, soft skills, cloud platform is GCP. Then, yeah, this is like the awards and prizes. You should always focus on it. It says Dell Campus Ambassador, winner cloud, 30 days of Google Cloud attendee, learn to earn cloud challenge winner. Yeah, very good, Nagesh. You are doing really good, and you have tech stack as C, Python, Docker, and Kubernetes. Let's go into what has been put in the projects and the professional summary. Infrastructure and DevOps engineer, John Lewis, Partnership UK. Okay. Working on a project that involves external data instigation EDI running on. Okay. Responsible for writing Terraform scripts, Google Cloud. Responsible for Terraform pipelines, monitoring, creating Docker images, Python code, scanning. Okay. Experience in SCM. I think you can add a lot of more details here because yeah, you have mentioned everything that you have done, like your Google Cloud infrastructure or the Terraform experience can be showcased more. Like always, try to put the numbers so that your interviewers will be attracted. Like whenever you are saying Terraform, right? How many resources are you managing using Terraform, or what is your cloud scale? Probably that might attract the interviewers, right? Because many people use Terraform. Like if you say that I'm working in a team of 10 members who is using Terraform, we are using some resource locking using Terraform and creating the infrastructure on Google Cloud. And apart from that, if you mention that our Google Cloud infrastructure size is like we have a production environment, staging environment, or we have 10 different Google accounts that we are managing, so that will really help. And apart from that, I see very little things put about Docker and Kubernetes here, because you have mentioned in the tech stack you have experience with Docker and Kubernetes. But coming to your professional experience, I don't see anything with respect to that. So probably you can add just one or two more lines with respect to Docker and Kubernetes. But more or less, this profile looks to me like, if I'm looking at this profile, it looks to me that somebody who is using cloud and has infrastructure experience on the cloud. But if you are targeting the entire DevOps, and if you try to focus on getting into an organization or switching into an organization with pure DevOps roles, then try to add more things about that. Yeah. So thanks, Nagesh. I hope that helped you. Now, next, let's go back and see who has sent the resume to us. Just a moment. Perfect. So looks like we have more resumes. The next resume that we have, oh, too many resumes. Okay. So the next one according to the timestamp is Srikanth. Okay. So I hope you people are sending the information by hiding the details. Please do that, because it will get really difficult for me to hide the details. I'll do my best, but yeah. Okay, so the next one is from Srikanth. If you look at the resume, yeah. So this is something that I wouldn't suggest, because Srikanth has 5 years of experience, and the resume is of 3 pages. You can cut short it into a 2 page resume, or you can also get it into a single page. But yeah, that's up to you. If you want to go, just go with 2 page resume. Having 5 years of experience in IT, 4 years experience as DevOps, Okay, so this is a AWS Cloud Engineer DevOps resume with 4 years of experience. Now let us see what is things that we can correct in this resume. Experience in implement, build, build and deployment of CI/CD pipelines, managing projects, often tracking. Okay, okay. Well versed in maintaining code bases. Okay. Expertise, Maven. Okay. War and jar files. You can simply call it as war and jar files. You don't have to mention it as .war and .jar files. Experience in Nexus, Unitas, Jenkins, okay, Apache and Tomcat, Terraform. Then says Docker images and Docker image files, Kubernetes, okay. Experience with Kubernetes and creation of pods, deployment services. Okay, so see these kind of things. This like while you feel that when you mention all of these things, you might feel that, oh, okay, I have mentioned a lot of things and interviewer might feel good about these things. But you are talking about a very basic resources. You have 5 years of experience and you are saying that experience in creation of pods, that does not look good. If you are a fresher and if you are trying to put these things, yeah, that looks good. But as an experienced engineer, you can simply say as experience in dealing with Kubernetes resources. And if you have done well in some areas, like probably you can talk about ingress resource, or you can talk about custom resource definitions, these kind of things for a 5 years experience candidate. But if you mention it as experience in creation of pods, then the interviewer might feel that your experience on Kubernetes is a little less. Experience with Negios, okay, strong ability. So yeah, I would suggest or I would recommend you to modify these things with respect to Kubernetes, where you can say that experience in doing proof of concept with Kubernetes, or experience with managing the Kubernetes resources on our on-premises or cloud environments. And I've also done with resources like load balancers or ingress controllers. This is kind of things that you can put. Technical skills. Okay, so a lot of technical skills here. Good. Now let's try to see about the professional experience. So here, 1 year, I think, yeah, close to 1 year in Augusta. So let us see what is here. Design CI/CD processes in the context of Jenkins orchestration. Okay. Configure jobs and pipelines using Jenkins. Used Git. I think, okay, so if you look at one thing here, some of the points are looking similar here as well as here. Okay, so probably what you can do is you can cut short these things, like your professional summary. If you think that both your current working experience and your professional summary are matching, then it is no point for the interviewer to read the same thing twice, right? So that is what I'm saying. So your resume is 3 pages because you have duplicated the information. If you think that you can put all of these details in your current experience, okay, why do you have to present this one more time to the interviewer, right? So you can cut short the information here to reduce the size of your resume as well, and to make your resume more attractive. Now, coming to the points here, Jenkins and Maven. So from here to here, I see that you have mentioned experience with CI/CD, right? Everything looks to me with Jenkins, Git, Nexus, Artifactory, perfect. And you have one point here with respect to Terraform, Kubernetes, AWS Cloud. You have, okay. So this looks good to me. But again, what I'm trying to tell you is you have 5 years of experience. So if you have 5 years of experience, the expectation from the interviewer will be more about what are the things that you have done at that experience, right? So if you just say that I have used Jenkins to create a job and deploy my applications onto the target missions using Maven as a build language, so how do you differentiate yourself with a 2 years experience candidate, right? If the 2 years experience candidate also putting the same thing in the resume, and if you are also putting the same thing in the resume, so what is the difference? Why should the interviewer go with 5 years experience candidate when 2 years experience candidate also has done the same thing, right? So that's why what you can do, like for example, I can give you a small hint. What you have explained here is responsible for configuring the slave nodes in Jenkins. Instead of this, you can say that design the architecture of Jenkins master and node, or you can say responsible for maintaining the Jenkins master node architecture, where we have Jenkins environment with 100 nodes, 50 nodes, whatever is your environment. And then whenever you try to also mention these things, again I am repeating this point, try to mention the numbers. How many microservices are you dealing with? How many CI/CD pipelines have you written? Okay. Or you can also talk about what is the size of your organization, what is the size of the development engineers or the projects that you are managing, right? So if you try to put these kind of details, then it will be of more use. Okay. Again, coming to the Kubernetes part, you just said that deploy Docker images to Kubernetes here. Whereas here you mentioned that you have experience with pods, deployment services, rolling updates, load balancer, and autoscaler. But the same thing is not reflecting in your current project. So the interviewer feels that in your current project, you are not using Kubernetes. Probably you have learned Kubernetes somewhere, or probably you just added this point, but it is not showing up in this or even here, right? So try to add more details. Either you remove your professional summary, okay, or whatever you put in your professional summary, try to elaborate that in your current project. So, or in any of the projects, you can probably say in the current project we are not using Kubernetes, but I have very good experience with Kubernetes from the previous projects. That is also fine. So overall, I will say that you need to work a lot on your resume, because this resume looks to me more of CI/CD or build and release engineer resume, and even there you should add more points because you have 5 years of experience. Talk about the scale, talk about the numbers, right? So perfect. I hope this information helped you, Srikanth. Then let's move to the next one. If anyone is watching the live after I've announced the Gmail ID, it's ydevops@gmail.com. Okay, you can forward your resumes to that. Then Shirisha, okay, let me just stop sharing because I don't want to show the personal details. So all anyone who is trying to share the resumes, please hide the personal details. Perfect. I've hidden the personal details. Let me reshare. Great. So we are back, and so the resume says that 3.8 years experience. So let me consider 4 years experience. And if anybody is looking at review for 4 years experience engineer with DevOps and build and release engineering experience, so let us try to review this resume and see what is right and what can be improved. Okay, so experience with build and release Docker. Okay, SCM. Yeah, this is what I was telling Srikanth. Like you can just mention it as war and ER files. You don't have to just say .war and .er. Although that's fine. To make it much better, you can simply say war and ER files. Extensively worked Jenkins for CI end to end. Okay, what is extensively? Like when you say extensively, what does that mean? How extensive is your extensive? So whenever I am looking at it, I don't know how extensive is your extensive. Is it 10 applications? Is it 20 applications? Is it 100 applications? So if you know the number, try to put it. It will help interviewer to, whenever you are saying that, interviewer's eyes will directly go there. And if he is looking for engineer with that specific experience, then he will show more interest in your profile. Creating jobs, setting up configurations. Okay, experience in creating nodes in Jenkins, which distributes the loads, run them parallel. Nice, very good points here. Experience in installation of Apache Tomcat. You can remove this line. Does not matter because again, if you have 4 years of experience and if you know how to install Apache Tomcat, does not make a lot of it does not add a lot of value to your resume. That's totally fine. You can avoid it. Knowledge with Docker container service and Docker Swarm. Okay. Again, whenever you are trying to put these points, you should be more elaborative. Like when you say knowledge with Docker container and Docker Swarm. So how much knowledge do you have on that? Do you have a beginner level knowledge? Do you have experience level knowledge? What does this point indicate? Right? If I'm looking at this resume, I'll totally ignore this point because you just said that you have knowledge with Docker Swarm, but I don't know how much knowledge you have with it. Good knowledge on several Docker components. Okay, I will appreciate again if you put more details here. Like, have you, by saying that knowledge, have you implemented it? Have you used it in real time? Do you only know the theory part? I don't understand anything here, right? Shirisha. So you can improve these points here. Experience with ticketing and bug tracking tools like Jira. Okay, you can say that probably we are working in agile methodology and we use Jira for our regular day-to-day activities. Probably add points like that. Configuring and inbound and outbound traffic AWS security groups. So instead of saying this, configured inbound outbound traffic rules, you can say secure AWS, or managing the AWS traffic. So you can put points like that. But again, this is fine. Knowledge on AWS web services like VPC. Okay, you want to put some experience with the AWS resources. How many page resume is this? Oh, this is a 4-page resume. So, Shirisha, I would highly recommend you to reduce the size of your resume. And one more thing is, see what you have provided here. All the pages says page 2 out of 4, while this is the last page, right? So this is the final page, which should say page 4 out of 4. It looks like you. I don't mean to say that, but anybody who is looking at this resume, they might see that, okay. So you might probably copied the template from somewhere, right? So these kind of small or this very little things you have to take care whenever you are dealing or whenever you are marketing your resume. So yeah, I hope you can easily correct this. So mention the page numbers, right? And other than that, reduce the size of your resume. I would say that remove this section, like the professional summary. Instead of mentioning it too long, you can either avoid it and put more details to your existing projects, or the other thing that you can do is, uh, probably use a different font, or whatever you would like to use, a different resume template if you want to have all of these points. Yeah, good that you have mentioned the project description as well. It says project hospitality hospital management system, SVN, Git, Jenkins, SonarCube, Docker, and K8s. What are mentioned here? So yeah, good that you have provided the description one more time. But coming to the roles and responsibility, creating CI/CD pipelines by integrating different components. You have mentioned administrating source code again. Okay, so till everything is about CI/CD except this point, right? Exposure to writing Linux shell scripting. Apart from this, all that I see is about CI/CD. So this will not work. Okay. So if I am looking at this resume, if I am looking at hiring you, or if I am just considering to shortlist your resume, all that this point says is just about your CI/CD. Whereas in your professional summary, I think you have got points about AWS, right? You have done a lot of things with AWS. You have done a lot of things with project management. You have used Docker. You have used Kubernetes. But why is it Ansible, Terraform? Why is it not showing up in your current project? Then where have you used all of these things, right? I think you just have one project. Yeah, you just have one project and nothing is showing up in your current project. So you have to work a lot on your resume, Shirisha. Try to reduce the CI/CD content in your resume and put points about Ansible, Terraform, Kubernetes, right? Whatever we have done in the 45 days of DevOps course, you can also use that. Even if you try to put simple points like Kubernetes, you can just say that experience with 50, 60 microservices, deploying them, managing them on the Kubernetes infrastructure, used ingress resource to expose the traffic to outside world, manage the traffic of the applications that are deployed on the Kubernetes cluster, right? All of these things will help you a lot, because this resume, yeah, I'm not saying it will not be shortlisted, but the limit of this resume, or the scope of this resume, has shrunken down a lot because it only talks about CI/CD, nothing else. So yeah, please take this as my feedback, Shirisha. And by no means I'm just trying to hurt you, but just trying to explain what things you can improve in this resume. I hope I hope this information is useful. Let us move to the next one. So who is the next one? So we have Gopichand. Yeah. So just give me a thumbs up if you find my feedback useful. Right. I think I need to download this. Let me do that. Thanks, Srikanth. Yeah. Please change the resume accordingly. So let me open the Gopichand's resume. Again, If you have just joined the live session, you can forward the resume to whydevops@gmail.com and I'll try to review. And one thing is in the subject line, try to put your name, your experience, all of these things. Okay. Yeah, so this resume is totally out of sync. Sorry, Gopi. Like you can see that I've just opened your resume, and a lot of things are falling. If you see the resume here, it's not proper. It's not well formatted, and I don't see them in a good format. At least in my laptop. If I am an interviewer, I'll definitely use my preference. I can use my mobile. I can use my laptop, whatever it is. So you have to make sure that your resume is compatible, or in terms of programming, what we usually say is like uh, your resume has to be responsive. So I might open it on any device and it should look good, but yeah, it's not the case. So first of all, I would highly recommend you to format your resume. Choose any format. I hope you have watched our previous video on how to build your resume. So I have shown you some free tools as well, where you can bring some attractive DevOps resumes. So use one of those tools. Coming to this one now. So 1 year of experience in cloud DevOps engineering makes sense. Very good. And you have experience with a lot of things here. So one thing I've noticed in common is, so people are putting a lot of things here. So in the core competencies, I see that cloud DevOps automation, virtualization using Docker, configuration management using Ansible, some things regarding AWS, right? Team building and leadership, which is a very good point. But I don't see anything here, right? Project undertaken, nothing much. Yeah. So this resume is good. I'm not complaining for 1 year experience. This resume is very good. So one thing that you need to do is just work on the formatting. Okay. Could you please suggest on resume building tools? Oh, I have suggested in the previous video, but if anyone did not follow, so this is a free resume that building tool that I recommended in the previous class. So because we are live, I can show you here as well. Just search for Canva resume template. So this is a very free and attractive resume building site. Where did I lose it? Canva resume templates. Okay, so this is a free and very useful resume site. So most of the times you people go to the internet and you will try to find for the resumes. What happens is, at the end of the video, or at the end of creation of your resume, they just ask you for money, pay a certain amount, and only you will be able to download your resume. But this one, Canva resume templates, so all of the resume templates that you can see without the logo. Okay, so it is very clear which resume is free and which resume is paid. You will see a template. I'll show you. It takes time to load. So these are all the different resume templates that are available. So Canva is bit heavy and it sometimes it takes a lot of time to load. But once it loads, then it is very easy for you. I'll come back here. Maybe I can show you. Meanwhile, we will complete the review. So the feedback that I have for you, Gopi, here is, yeah, the resume is looking good, but probably you should focus on adding more points, not just like saying created IAM roles, or use Jenkins, but probably add more points saying that where did you use, how did you use, how many instances did you manage. Those things will be very helpful. Okay, yeah, but other than that, the first thing that you should do is you change the resume format completely. Okay, because this format is very difficult to read. Okay, so now let us go back. Meanwhile, did this open? Okay, so if you see here, so you have bunch of free resume templates. So you can use one of these free resume templates and just start editing. So this is a very good tool. Gopichand, sure, thanks for reviewing the resume. Sure, thanks Gopi, no problem. Let's go back. And who's next? Vamshi Krishna, no subject. Please try to add the subject so that I understand. Okay, and it will be very easy for me to pick. Let me download this as well. So, Vamshi Krishna Sangati, we are going to open your resume now. Try to hide the personal details whenever you are sharing them. This is a request for all of you, whoever are sharing your resume. Understand that we are streaming it live, so some of your contact details might be visible. So yeah, so please try to avoid, or whenever you are sending the resumes to me, just try to hide that. Al, so if you want to send the resume, you can send it to bydevops@gmail.com. So that is where we are doing the we are picking the resumes from. Why DevOps, WHY, DevOps@gmail.com. Cannot be opened. Why? What is the problem? I think it is getting open now. Let's see. Yeah, we are receiving a lot of resumes. Yeah, thanks everyone for attending this session. Meanwhile, what I can do is, I don't know what is going on here. So now we are looking at Vamshi's resume. So overall, till now, what I've noticed is most of you have not put the points in detailed way. Okay, so Vamshi has 3 years of experience, where 2 years of experience is in DevOps, and where is 1 year of experience? Like you said, 3 years of experience in IT. You have 2 years of experience in DevOps, but what about the other 1 year experience? So do you just want to ignore that 1 year? I will say, do not do that. Try to put that 1 year experience as well. Okay, so you might have done that 1 year of experience can be in Java, it can be on Python, it can be on anything. Even if it is not relevant to DevOps, your experience matters. Okay, so definitely put that 1 year of experience as well. Experience in Linux servers, SCM, Git, Maven, Jenkins. You can make your resume, little more attractive, but that's okay. Like I'm not saying that if your resume is attractive, only then interviewers will try to pick your resume. But if there is a chance, why do you want to avoid it? Okay, and experience in creating Docker images and Docker files. Okay, you have 3 years of experience. Okay, Kubernetes 1.24, you have mentioned the version of Kubernetes. Looks like there are a lot of spelling mistakes here, which is a very bad sign, right? Hands-on experience, spelling typo. Effective, there is a typo. Okay, try to improve that. Oh, even the native place spelling is wrong. Uh, sorry, Vamshi, you have to fix the typos because there are a lot of typos in your resume, and even the formatting is not right. So I just opened this in Google Docs, and the formatting also is not clear. So this replicates that you are not, I mean, I'm not saying that, but the interviewer might feel that you're not putting a lot of time on your resume, because most of the times it's not interviewers, but it's the HRs, or it's the recruiting people who try to shortlist your things. Okay, so a technical person might not see these things as a blocker, because they might feel that, okay, you just have made it really quick, so that's fine. But sometimes the recruiters might, or anyone who is trying to shortlist the profile, they might see these points and they might say, okay, this person has not put enough effort in building his resume. So you have 3 years of experience, and the details that you have put is about Maven, CI/CD, Docker, ECS. Okay, so these things looks good, but like I told you, try to elaborate more things. Responsible for the CI/CD implementation with Jenkins using shell scripts. That's it. Don't you want to put any other details? Don't you want to say, in your Jenkins pipeline, you are doing static code analysis, you are doing unit testing, you are doing, you are verifying the code quality. Don't you want to mention about all of those things? Are you just using Jenkins and shell script? So your interviewer might ask you a lot of questions here, and that's not a good sign. Try to elaborate and put more details here. Yeah, apart from that, what I would say is fix the typos, add more details. Whatever you have added here, It's just like you just added one pointer. But if you can try to elaborate these points, that will be of more use for you. And this point is not even difficult. You can just say responsible for CI/CD process implementation. But what exactly are you doing in that CI/CD? Are you doing unit testing? Are you doing static code analysis? Are you doing code quality checks? Are you doing end-to-end tests? Are you doing reporting? Are you sending notifications? So if you put all of these things, then your end-to-end CI/CD process will be very visible, or it replicates in your resume. So yeah, Vamshi, you should work on your resume. I hope these points are useful. Let's go back. Who is next? Just try to hide the personal details one more time. Dinath. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. It's my resume, sir. Thank you, but if you can put more details, that will be useful. But that's fine. Okay, let me download your resume. So when I downloaded your resume, it says resume2.pdf. Okay, so this is very important for you to understand, Dina Thalayan. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but try to understand that if a recruiter is downloading your profile, okay, it says resume2.pdf. So he or she, what they'll do is they'll just take your resume. Along with your resume, they'll take 20, 30 odd resumes more, and they'll just try to put your resumes right in some folder. And when they come back and see it says resume 2, who is resume 2? And even if they have spoken to you on call, they'll not remember you because your resume says resume 2. Your resume will go unnoticed, right? So that's one of the reasons why you have to make sure that your resume name is right. Provide very good details. Instead of saying resume 2, whenever you are saving this resume in your laptop, save it as Dina Thalayan 2 years DevOps resume. Testing is done by DevOps engineer. Tarun is asking this question. No, as a DevOps engineer, you just orchestrate. Like in your Jenkins pipeline, you'll just orchestrate, or you'll just integrate the testing tools. You'll not do testing. Okay. Then, what is the next thing here? 2.5 years of experience. Okay. So this is a 2.5 years experience resume. Let's see what is there here. Agile methodology, Scrum, Docker, Terraform, K8, dedicated to improving the efficiency of DevOps teams. Okay. Using DevOps teams, I think you mean to say. Perfect. So skill says Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, Prometheus, Git, Ansible, Terraform, and AWS. Very good skills. Let us see if your skills are reflecting in your resume or not. Because so as an interviewer, if I'm looking at this resume, I'm very happy that you have put all the right skills. Now the thing that I'll do is I'll try to look at these things in your resume. And one thing that I really appreciate is this is something that I'm talking about. Whoever is watching this live and whoever's resume that I've just reviewed, see this. So it says eliminate 80% of manual work. So my eyes will straightforward go to that, you know. And I think that whenever I'm looking at this, I understand that okay, somebody has used Jenkins, and using Jenkins they have understood or they have solved a particular problem, right? So this is one thing that everybody here should make sure you put these things in your resume. Okay, try to put the numbers here. What Jayashree did is uh, she mentioned that she has reduced 80% of manual work using Jenkins and reduced the human errors and also speed up the production process. Isn't this a very good line? Isn't this a line that everyone should have in your resumes? Very good. So 2 points. I mean, two very good points. One is you have added the right skills, and the second thing is whenever I start looking at your resume, the first point itself attracted me. So that is very good. And then you have done migration from Perforce to GitHub, awesome. With 2.5 years of experience, if you have migrated the source code, then that is very well. And then you have also done some branching and strategy. Manage infrastructure automation using Terraform. I would expect more details here. Which infrastructure have you automated? Have you automated AWS, Azure, Google Cloud? What infrastructure have you automated? How many resources have you created? In how have you used Terraform state? So these kind of things. This point is good for 2.8 years experience. No need of any references. You can directly ignore these things. You can remove these things. References is not needed. And your professional experience looks very less. You should add more details here. You have two very good points, but you have minus points as well. The skills is very good. The first point in your resume is very good, but after that you lost me because there is nothing here. So you just said that you have used Docker, you have used Kubernetes, you have used. Where are the points related Prometheus? Where are the points related to AWS? You just added one line about AWS. Ansible, I don't even see in your professional experience, right? Docker, Kubernetes. So yeah, Jayshree, you need to work a lot on your resume. If you don't get the ideas, follow the previous video that I've shared, and I can also show this to our subscribers right away. So there is something called as HireIT resume database. Okay, so if you are not getting the ideas of how to add points to your resume, if you don't know about any real time project things, so what you can do is you can go to this portal called HireIT resume database, and what you can do is search for the resumes that you want to create. Probably you want to create a resume of 5 years experience DevOps candidate, right? So you can simply come here and search for DevOps 5 years. Just say DevOps. Where is this? Yep, DevOps 5 years, and just click on search resume. Okay, so you will get lot of DevOps profiles with 5 years experience, and you can take these things as not you do not you should not copy and paste them, but you can take them as your examples. Like this is a DevOps engineer resume of 8 years experience. So this is a CI/CD DevOps engineer experience of 5 years. So open this profile, then you will get a lot of insights. So you can use this as your template, or you can use for improving these points from these resumes. Do not directly copy paste. Okay. So if you want to get some points about Docker, read the points related to Docker. Okay, and try to understand what these people have mentioned. Do not just again draw an conclusion with just one resume. Take a look at 4 to 5 resumes. Pick which points are better in the resumes and try to modify that and improve that according to your experience. Okay. So in this class, I have talked about two tools. One is Canva for building your resume, and then the second thing is HireIT resume database for understanding how to write resumes. Okay, now let us go to the next one. I think we are done with this. Uh, so let me close these ones. Resume Chandra. Hmm, let us see. Just again, one personal request is try to put your experience, or your personal details in the subject line so that I understand whose profile am I opening. Like, do you have experience in the cloud? Do you have experience? So if I understand those things, that will help me more. Okay, Chandra Vasam Setti. We are going to review Chandra's profile. Let us see how many years of experience Chandra has, which cloud platform, and what how his resume looks like. Right. So this is taking little more time to open, but that's fine. So yeah, I'll edit with Google Docs so that it will open quicker. Is certification necessary for applying the jobs? Rashmi, not at all. It's not needed. Sangati Vamshi Krishna, your way of analyzing and feedback is very useful to me. I'll try to correct the mistakes, Abhishek. Thank you so much, Vamshi, for the feedback. It's mine, Kushal. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Vamshi has 17 years of experience. Now let us see what 17 years of experience resume looks like, and I'll try my best to correct because you have more experience than me. Uh, yeah, so this is what I was expecting. Whoever is sharing the resume, try to hide the personal details. Like Vamshi has done a great, sorry, Chandra has done a great job by hiding his personal details. Really appreciate Chandra for you on that. Then result oriented IT professional with 17 years of experience in developing the skills to improve. Okay, cloud native architecture experience in AWS Azure service delivery model. So again, Chandra's resume is something that everybody should watch for because see these points here: possess deep experience in design and implementation of fully automated integration and continuous delivery, CI/CD pipelines using the DevOps, Agile, and waterfall projects. Isn't this a very elaborated discussion? Point about CI/CD. So previous resumes where we reviewed, the point was just like experience with CI/CD or use Jenkins for CI/CD. Instead of that, if you can add points in this detailed way, experienced in productivity and efficiency, enhancing the tools, implementation, administration, use static code analysis and requirements managing, tracking. Yeah, this looks very good and very elaborative. Experience in creating Kubernetes services, okay, and Kubernetes persistent volumes, very good. Probably, yeah. I mean, if you are trying to put all of these details, that's fine. But depending upon your job that you're going to apply, you can also remove these points because your experience with uh, Oracle database, yeah, it might help. But that's fine. I mean, let us try to look at the size of the resume, then we can go back there. Okay, it's not too big for 17 years resume. 3 or 4 pages for 17 years resume is very much understandable because you might have worked in a lot of companies, lot of projects. Certified Kubernetes administrator, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, AWS Solutions Architect. Awesome. Let us take a look at the first project. Fujitsu Consultancy, Metro Retail, DevOps Consultant, manage projects as necessary code deployment fixes, coordinated architect and engineers. So as a 17 years experienced DevOps profile, one suggestion that I would like to give you is probably you can mention that you might have managed and delivered a lot of releases, right? And that will help organization, or whenever they are hiring you for team lead or any position in DevOps, you can put your points and say that as with my experience I've delivered a lot of releases. I have ensured that each and every release process is smooth and there was no hindrance in releasing the applications. So you can probably talk more about those things. But yeah, worked as AWS cloud infrastructure engineer. You have mentioned a couple of AWS resources, and then you have provided some resources about Azure as well. Provisioned AWS cloud infrastructure using Terraform and configuring them using Ansible. Yeah, this is the point that I was mentioning about previously. So when you say that experience with Terraform, what kind of experience is it? Which cloud platform? What exactly have you done? Yeah, very good point. Really appreciate. And even with Kubernetes, your points are very elaborative. I really appreciate. Yeah, overall this resume looks very good to me. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest any big changes here. Yeah, thanks so much, Chandra, for sharing this resume with us. I think people who are watching this resume, they can also understand. Okay, you can pause the video here and see how elaborative Chandra's points are, so that you can also understand whenever you are writing your resumes. These kind of things have to be written. Perfect. Let me go back. Okay. Meanwhile, are there any questions here? Sure, Abhishek. I agree. Can I join DevOps as a fresher? You can definitely join. Yeah, I think there are not much questions here. Let us open this really quick and let us do two or three more resumes. We are already over 54 minutes. Thanks everyone for bearing me. We'll do last two resumes and yeah, we'll wind up this session. Probably next time we will do more resumes. But yeah, today I don't know why is it taking more time. Hi Anna, career grab 4 years. All experience, but yeah, do not put fake experience anytime. Okay, it will never help you. So if you are trying to go with fake experience, I will never recommend you that, because you might have a, simple sweet entry, but after going there, you'll face a lot of problem. So what I will recommend you instead is, instead of that, what you can do is, you can go for freelance. Just do freelancing for 6 months or 1 year. There are a lot of freelancing opportunities. Okay, as a DevOps engineer, you can go to the freelancer application. So freelancer, you can download it from Play Store, you can download it from iOS. If you feel that you have experience, and just because you have career gap, it is blocking your experience, or it is blocking your job, then what you can do is go to this freelancer and you know uh, do a project, and then put your project on your resume. Then you can apply for the jobs. Then you will not have any career gap, right? Because freelancing is as good as working in an organization or doing your projects. Yashwant, I think he's asked this question a lot of time. Let me see. Hi, I have experience in AWS Cloud with monitoring things. VPC, I want to switch to DevOps, but never worked in my company on DevOps. So I have skills and done projects. So how could I make my resume? So you can put the same things in your resume, no problem at all. Like, you just have experience with AWS, but what you need to do is, you need to go with my DevOps roadmap, or any DevOps roadmap video. Try to see what are the things that are put in the DevOps roadmap, and what you can do is, you can build your resume with all of these things, not just the AWS VPC and these things, but try to learn the other things. You can also watch our 45 days of DevOps course, where I have explained very neatly each and every topic. And once you are comfortable with all the topics, then you can start applying for the jobs. Okay, Umesh actually approached me on the LinkedIn as well. So let me go with Umesh's resume, because Umesh has reached me a lot of times. Let me see what is in the Umesh resume. I don't know why the system is very slow today. Usually it's very fast. But yeah, let's see. Let me try to refresh. Sure, Ashwin, no problem. Thanks, I'm from non-IT. No problem, Umesh. We'll try to work on your resume. Let us see what you have put in your resume. It is taking time. I'm sorry, everyone. Maybe let me restart the Firefox. Probably that might help. Okay, so yeah, I think it is taking too much time. I'll probably go through your resume, Umesh, personally, and I'll share the feedback for you on the LinkedIn. No problem, don't worry about it. But yeah, so we have already crossed 59 minutes. I'm sorry for the other people who have sent me the resumes. I'll try to take time for you people. I'll just tell you that I have nine more resumes, and because you people, please review my resume. Anil Kumar, yeah, sure. I'll try to do that one last time. Maybe I can quickly do that. Actually, there is some problem with the Firefox. Thank you very much. Sure. Yeah, just bear with me for a couple of minutes. Yeah, because you people have asked, I'll try to restart the Firefox and see if that helps. Sure. I hope this is better now. Let's try to see. So whoever is trying to interact with me, the only way is you can talk to me on LinkedIn. I'm not on Topmate or I'm not on any other things. So if you want to talk to me, message me on LinkedIn. And instead of just saying hi, just try to put everything like what is your question, what are you, why are you trying to reach me? And whenever I get time, I'll definitely look at your LinkedIn message. And if I feel that your request is valid, I'll also try to reply to your message. Sure. Yeah, Bharat, I'll definitely do that. So whoever has sent me the resumes, I'll definitely try to review your resume and get back to you. So don't worry about that because this is a live. I cannot do it for 2 to 3 hours. But what I can do is whoever has sent the resumes, I'll definitely look at your resumes and I'll revert back to you. Okay. So I think Gmail is taking a lot of time. I think it's problem from my end itself. But sure, I'll definitely try to review each of your profiles, Anil, Bharat, whoever has messaged me or whoever has sent the mail to me. I'll review your resumes and I'll definitely get back to you. I have 9 resumes and I promise these 9 people that I'll review your resumes and reply back to you probably by tomorrow. What are the findings or what are the corrections that you need to make on your resume? So yeah, thanks everyone for watching the okay, fun and facts channel. Bro calls. Okay, what do you mean by that? Yeah, there is very good opportunities in the DevOps right now. You can expect a lot of calls. If you have a right profile, I have also done videos with my subscribers who have got the jobs. They have received 45 to 60 calls in span of 1 or 2 months. Yeah, can you share your feedback on LinkedIn? Yeah, I'll definitely share my feedback back to you, Harish Reddy, or I'll share the feedback back to you on the email itself. So whoever has sent me the resume on the email, I'll review and reply back to you on the email. Do you have any plans to start paid courses? So yeah, I don't know right now because I like I told you, I'll make the announcements on my channel. What am I going to do on the channel after this? So it's going to be very very interesting. But regarding the paid course, I don't know yet. I cannot comment on that right now. But you can join my Telegram channel, and whenever I have any idea or I want to collect any feedback or any survey, I'll take it on my Telegram channel. So definitely join my Telegram channel. That would help a lot. So whoever has joined the live video, thank you so much. Stay tuned to my channel. Next week there are very helpful or lot of announcements I'm going to make on the channel. So yeah, I'll see you all. Thank you so much for joining on the Sunday night. Take care everyone. Bye. See you soon.